Tenochtitlan. We come today from Tenochtitlan, the heart of the Aztec Empire, to try and fail miserably once again at speedrunning a campaign. This time, Montezuma. We start off pitted against Tlatelolco, Tepanaka, and Xochimilco. But we are not tasked with destroying them, but conquering monasteries here, there, in this corner, and here. Also collecting the relics that are next to them, but that's not really a challenge. We are given a small camp and plentiful resources around in the beginning, so it's just a matter of not being complete garbage at the game. Fuck me, right? It could be a bad omen, or just the fact that you live in the jungle? Oh no, danger cats, how can I survive? I straight away find the first monastery, but I don't capture it since I know it'll get attacked, and losing it means losing it all. Instead I have my main base attacked. Much better. Kicking off, we focus on consolidating the economy and advancing to Castle Age, which comes in good time. Xochimilco feels it's a good idea to piss me off, but we were ready with Eagle Scouts and archers. And now a little castle here to protect my monastery. And send a villager to find a shrine, because apparently that's what it's called. First relic secured, and we move the soldiery armored with the skin of the jaguars we killed towards the second one. Halfway there, just the far shrines missing. I send my army to scout the locations, but I'm greeted by an angry purple pyramid. I'll have to come back later better prepared. How on earth do I get there? Fine, I'll start with the other one. And because they have walls, I'll need some rams. Also a castle here, so I can use all my troops up north. Sadly, I could only train one ram due to the outrageous population capacity. But we're Mexicans, and walls are our specialty. For shits and giggles, I take down the town center in a couple of hits. You may not have giggled, but I felt like a 5th grader in sex education tearing down a building this quickly. And I got carried away with the rest. Sure thing, buddy. Come on down and I'll sacrifice you. Oh wow, he actually did. They have a castle, and well, when at the edge of the fire. Third relic captured, only the pesky unreachable one missing. Tepanaka defeated just as Xochimilco comes for their aid. What a shame. A little stop to heal the army and sacrifice a goat or something. I don't know what the gods like. Onwards to purple we go, and we're greeted with open arms by their piffiest army. The rams went to town on their castle while the army bullied the villagers, and shortly after, everything is in flames. Only the best to appease Quetzalcoatl. Meanwhile, I sent a scout group to find a way to the last shrine, and another one in the opposite direction, but it seems that I'll need a transport ship for this. Yeah, show this farm who's boss, Mr. Ram. Troops loaded, and probably smart I brought an army as we have found Jaguar land. I'll send a few more just in case. Sadly, a lot of time is lost by the army not seeing the jaguars as a threat until a soldier is being eaten alive. But we arrive, and the scenario ends as the relic is deposited into the monastery, ending Rain of Blood in a horrible 1 hour, 4 minutes and 3 seconds. I blame the beautiful map and my thirst for blood. You know when you have a bad feeling in your stomach, like when your girlfriend says you need to talk? Montezuma had that, and as is tradition in Mexico, the solution is war. Montezuma prepared a care package and sent his eagle buddies towards Tlacopan and Texcoco, so they could war with us against Tlaxcala. We must first deliver the war gift, and we start by going to Tlacopan, who are a bit closer, and moving north after to Texcoco. You better comply, Ayuwani. I'm the fucking emperor. There's a lot of rivers and water here. I just hope the Aztecs haven't learned how to sail. Texcoco cordially invited, soon we gangbang Tlaxcala. Am I gonna have to slap some sense on this Mayan Paunacayo? We finally get some villagers by boat and can settle. Just need to find a suitable spot. Apparently not here according to the game. Back to the ship, so we can build on the other side of the river. We start with some resources, which help speed up how we prepare for the plowing. There's a few relics scattered throughout the map, and I want them all. For the complaints they gave, you'd expect them to be quite passive. We reach Castle Age quite fast, and make sure to build a castle straight away. Also a temple, because relics. And sacrifice. There's a dead body next to the relic. I need you guys to go investigate, please. Right on time, and the first relic is in my possession as it should be. We're still stuck in Castle Age, so rams are the way to go against walls and towers. Texcoco felt like defying my authority wasn't enough, and planted a castle in my face. We gotta do something about this. I'm gonna kill 2 stones with 1 bird and practice onager aim in their castle. The script for castle after advancing age here is the most obvious one I've seen in this game. First time I feel like the immersion has been broken. Sorry Texcoco, I had just reserved the spot for rock lobbying. I don't think a castle is a good idea here. Oops, Sorry about your villager. Okay, you can stop sending villagers now. I don't want this here. Oh, Nantane Hawa! Problem solved. Oh, you motherfucker! Get out of here, asshole. Tlaxcala decides to attack with ships. The one thing I didn't prepare for. Nice. Thank God Mexico is just one big swamp. I start moving towards Tlaxcala and notice them sending more ships. I'm gonna enjoy torching their shit. But I ignore it to send my mangonos towards the Jaguar Gym for muscles in the center of the map. There's a special reason why we come here first. If we bring 10 Jaguar warriors to this temple, we'll be rewarded by the magicians. And according to the wiki, we don't have to limit ourselves to just 10. The magicians will buff all Jaguar warriors that enter the temple at the same time. I'll build towers here because fuck me, they're annoying. Look at this, every 2 minutes they send more ships. 60 Jaguar warriors should do the trick. Everybody arrives, and they're buffed to have the strength of 10 men. Tlaxcala is dust. I don't even think I'll need the mangonos if I have the equivalent of 600 Jaguar warriors. Time to test these bad boys. Damn, easy like stealing nachos from a 3-year-old. I don't even need to worry about anything else. They fall like toddlers. Yeah, where could it be? It's dead, just like the others. Oh, you ungrateful turds. You know I could have went after you, right? What a nice town center you have here, Texcoco. Just kidding, it's trash like you. And now some war crimes. Or sacrifice, how they used to call it back in the day. Ugh, am I gonna have to hunt all their villagers down? Texcoco dealt with, and we haven't lost a single unit. This is so overpowered. Hey Tlacopan, you think I'd forget about this treachery? And they burn, leaving only the sacrifices to be made. And once enough blood runs down the river, Tlacopan resigns. Oh no, here comes Satan incarnated! Worst part is that this is accurate, and he did sink his ships to avoid desertion. What a massive piece of shit. Ah, that's cool, they sank the boats. You'd be lucky if it was Quetzalcoatl. That would give the Aztecs at least some chance to survive. Triple Alliance done in 1 hour, 15 minutes and 50 seconds. Montezuma was taken aback by the mounted beasts that approached by the ocean. He vehemently believed that it was Quetzalcoatl coming back to hunt him for farting inside the temple. But no, it was worse. It was Spanish people. Cortez set up camp next to the coast and quickly formed an alliance with the other thirds, Tlaxcala. And together they decided to sandwich attack Potonchan, which was ruled by King Tabascub, mispronounced Tabasco by the degenerate Spaniards. Tabasco is in a good position between both enemies, so the play here is setting a forward base protecting them, while at the same time being close enough to wipe Cortez and Tlaxcala fast. Cortez is a gaping butthole and attacks Tabasco almost instantly. Leaving your rams just out of range does nothing but piss me off more. That's not a problem, I'll enjoy beating sense into them. Tlaxcala must be wiped, but at least we can avoid many issues with Cortez by stealing horses from him. Tabasco's heart is in the right place, but Tlaxcala is not the biggest issue here. We move towards Tabasco to help, they are not doing too well. A castle here should do the trick. Tabasco should be safe for now. Jesus, why are they sending petards? That's a bit much. We train some jaguars and send them to liberate the first horses. But of course the Spanish testicular torsion doesn't let us have them in peace. I order another castle in the narrow passage, just in case they send more petards. More jaguars are trained, and we go back for round 2, even taking down their town center in the process. Uh-oh, I don't think I can stop a cannon galleon. Tabasco's town center falls, but it should be fine, they still have villagers. Well, shit. It's okay, Tabasco, I'll avenge you. Oh my god, they're sending bombard cannons now. Why are they this way? This is not going too good for me. I lost a castle, but it's fine. I have 2 others. We start scouting for more horses and find a volley of cannonballs. The Spanish base here is so confusing to navigate around, but we start dealing with them from a distance. 6 more horses liberated, Cortez is almost done. Thankfully they left the horses behind palisade walls. You're a bit late to the party, Mr. Eagle, but I appreciate the notice. Cortez defeated in the most South American way possible, robbed at gunpoint. Only Tlaxcala remains, but they're Aztec, so I'm not worried. Trebs start blasting their castle while the army runs at them fiercely, and once it falls, only sacrifice remains. As predicted, Tlaxcala wasn't a challenge at all, and it crumbled in under 15 minutes. Oh yeah, there's still 3 scenarios to go, buddy. Quetzalcoatl beheaded, in a slow 1 hour, 3 minutes and 57 seconds. Cortez did a number in Tenochtitlan and the Aztec people, subduing them and forcing his own shitty beliefs on the population. But he crossed the line when he decided to build a wonder in the heart of the town. We must stop him at all costs, but first we must find a way all around the city, finding new friends and beating more Tlaxcalans. We start as a solo jaguar warrior looking for justice for his people. Very focused, no time for pork shenanigans. I'm glad you're willing to fight for the cause, soldiers. I need you to fight these guys while I sneak around here for a second. And take this right turn here to avoid the big fuck-off pyramid, then walk the world's longest bridge in the 16th century, ignore the tower fire because I took steroids and have almost 400 HP, walk past Cortez town center, go up the hill, and there we go. Ow, ow, okay, there we go. The Spanish Wonder. Or better, what would be the Spanish Wonder if I let them build it? Cortez was so flabbergasted by the speed of the Jaguar, he resigned instantly. It's what happens when you take a siesta instead of protecting wonders. 3 minutes and 39 seconds to finish La Noche Triste. Kinda makes up for the previous 3 bad times. Cuauhtémoc took the Spanish with their pants down with that quick response to the wonder. So much so, he managed to push them way past the city, into Lake Texcoco, where once again he must face the Spanish nutsack and Tlaxcala. The starting base here is just absolutely horrible, 2 tiny islands. But we don't have time for this. We bail on the fight and march straight into the belly of the beast. Excuse me fellas, this is just an Aztec field trip to learn more about Christianity. Their base is filled with bombard towers, we just ignore them as the mission is bigger. Cool, I'll focus this in a second, just gotta do this thing real quick. I need everyone under the town center and... done. The cannons gave us a hand. We start looking for their supply carts as I know they'll give us cannons, and I love cannons. Yes, give me that gunpowder. It doesn't seem to be that filled with gunpowder. But even if it's invisible, we get our cannons. And Cortez resigns shortly after. Only Tlaxcala left. I can probably find some more cannons around here. Not cannons, but I guess some paladins wouldn't be a bad thing to have either. Just need to get them out of there somehow. And the somehow is cannons, obviously. Things never said by Aztecs, but I'll let it pass because it benefits me. I want more. Let's see if I can find it on the other side of the map. I knew it, but walls again. At least gates fall quicker and we get more Shalota warriors. And 5 more bombard cannons. This is like Aztec Christmas.
A horse rider. We have trained a horse rider. We have trained a horse rider. We have trained.
Just in case you didn't get the message before. Army ready. Let's show Tlaxcala why it's a bad idea to side with the siesta people. Good God, everything is melting to the cannons. We blast Tlaxcala so hard the game gives us the win without warnings. In 32 minutes and 23 seconds. We're catching up now. After their glorious win in the lake, Cuauhtémoc went back to Tenochtitlan to fix up the city. But he brought with him more than just a victory. He brought also malaria, and infected the whole city. Cortez saw this as an opportunity and without skipping a beat, started a siege in the city. He brought his army, his navy, and his pet to help. But we're not giving up easy, and the navy is the first on site, as I know I suck at naval warfare and it's better to fix that early on. I don't know what happened here, but gold is gold, and I don't want anyone complaining. We find some abandoned cannon galleons and finders keepers. I'll use them good since Cortez doesn't want it. Starting with these assholes while the rest of the navy is being built. You feel the wrath of my bombard. I appreciate the will these guys have to break my walls, but that's not doing much. I guess that gives me time to defend here with the castle. And we start going after Cortez' navy, which isn't as strong as previously thought. They're conquistadors though, mother of God they hurt. I guess I'll need more ships to deal with this. Luckily we have the cannon galleons to shoot from far. But I guess I'll need some traps to break what the cannons can't reach. Bad move to build castles so close to shore when you have a shit navy. Alright guys, we must sail a bit now. Cortez needs a high five in the face. I think the coast is clear. We need to speed this up. They're learning about hovercrafts. Troops unloaded and we aim straight towards their town center. They challenge me to a trap war, but I cheat because I want their castle. I know it is what actually happened, but I'll never bow down to colonialist turds like you. Castle falls, and it's just a matter of wiping the rest. And as I say that, their buildings commit self-sacrifice. I wonder what Tlaxcala is up to nowadays. Not having a castle, that's for sure. Or a town center. Or a second castle. I bring the army closer to Cortez's army, as Tlaxcala is pretty much done, and set the Trebs into blasting mode. A castle's worst nightmare. I guess I'll just bully Tlaxcala until they resign. Easy peasy, only Cortez missing. As we see the Trebs, I have a funny story to tell. When Cortez was besieging Tenochtitlan, he decided to build a trebuchet to speed up the siege. But the Spanish didn't bring any siege engineers with them. They didn't care, and went ahead with it anyways, and actually managed to build the trebuchet. But when fired for the first time, the boulder flew up into the air and landed exactly on top of the Treb, destroying it in the process. Sounds like bullshit, but it's one of the last uses of trebuchets in history, and it's well documented by both the Spanish and the Aztecs. Cortez falls, and unlike reality, Tenochtitlan is safe from the Spanish plague. It sure did, buddy. And the spears finally break, in 42 minutes and 50 seconds. Total runtime? 4 hours, 42 minutes and 42 seconds. I'm sure I can knock off at least an hour and a half of this time with ease. But it's a decent time considering I had no idea what I was doing in the first half of the scenarios. What an absolute classic campaign Montezuma is. Awesome story full of folklore and mysticism and beautiful set design. Is there even a bad campaign in the Conqueror's expansion? The partial time is now at 103 hours, 21 minutes and 28 seconds. We fought off the Spanish invasion with great success, but now it's time to invade Spain ourselves. Saddle the camels, cause we ride with Tariq next.